Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to teach you how you can earn enough gold to get kits together like this. So this kit cost about 100k, and yeah, we're not going to be playing Barbarian today. So what we are going to be doing is, let's go ahead and swap over to, let's do Ranger today. Ranger should work just fine. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and make certain our gear is just fine. Now, we're not wearing anything crazy. I'm going to take these cloth pants off because those are a bit too expensive. But basically what I want is to make certain that all the gear I have on is worth pretty much nothing. That's the goal. So we're going to go over here to this guy. He's not going to replace my bow. Frankly, I think I'm going to take longbow off there and get recurve bow set on. And we want to make certain we have our potions of healing, our bandages, our potions of protection, all that jazz. And I got out of another run, so I just went ahead and I took off these things that were supplied gear, and I'm just keeping them. Next up, you want to buy some extra potions of healing. I'm not going to worry about extra bandages because they only heal up the red health that you can get back from resting anyways. So I'm not going to worry about that today. But the big thing is we want to be wearing very low tier gear. It doesn't want to be all that much. And then what we want to do is come over here and you can buy either iron ingots or iron ore. Usually I just buy iron ingots, but usually iron ore is cheaper. And then you buy these iron ingots, you go over to the weaponsmith and you craft lockpicks. Before each run, you always want to bring lockpicks with. They're very worthwhile. And so what we're going to do is we are just going to run the Forgotten Castle, and we're sitting at 308 move speed. The extra 1 agility pendant is kind of nice. Extra move speed boots is kind of nice, but they're not really worth anything, so I'm not too worried about them. And let's go ahead and go in. Okay, and we're in. And real quick, I want to show you guys my perks and skills. I got Chase. This gives you extra hearing range, that's the main thing, and makes you able to detect, hey, if there's a rogue invis around the corner, which is helpful because you can see footsteps. I have spear proficiency, which allows me to equip spears, and gives me extra physical power with them. Spears are really good, and I did the weaponsmith quest where you turn in 5 blue weapons, so I can get them for free from my squire. We have nimble hands, so when I'm using a bow, it increases my draw speed by 15%. That can up my DPS a little bit. And then we have kinesthesia, which allows you to move a little bit faster while your bow is drawn. You might also want to swap this one out for the faster reload one, depending on how much PvP you think you're going to encounter. I also use quick shot, which this is like triple shot. That's basically what it does. You just fire 3 arrows in quick succession. And then I'm using Field Ration. Field Ration is quite helpful just because you can heal up if you're getting really messed up by mobs. And so it gives you some extra options. Now let's go ahead and do this. We want to duck down below his attack there. Now keep in mind, high roller mobs are a little bit harder than regular mode mobs. So you got to keep that in mind. And now any room that we think we're going to spend some decent time in, what we want to do is come over here and just find yourself a dark part of the room and place a trap in it. And do it beforehand and remember where the trap is. I've seen people step on their own traps way too many times, but this is how you win as Ranger. And oh my gosh, this bug is still in the game. Okay, normally there is a nice little book here that you can press. And it is a secret book that opens up this bookshelf, but the game is bugged currently. That book will be in the exact middle of the map. This opens up a nice area with a golden chest or a lion's head chest and a royal coffin. I can't get to it right now because that is bugged. That is a really, really bad bug. We're just gonna aggro the skeleton champion instead, I guess. But yeah, normally you want to go down there and that will get you a ton of extra loot. And here's why spear is really nice. Look at the range on this bad boy. Makes it really easy to cheese mobs, so this makes Ranger, I would say, probably the second best for cheesing mobs. And obviously, Warlock is the first best. Warlock is just absolutely fantastic versus PvE. But I gotta show you guys how to do it as multiple characters, and that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna show you guys how to clear High Roller Inferno on a bunch of different characters. Okay, we cleared that guy. Nice, and that guy's down. See, that didn't take too long. And you always want to kill skeleton champions because they have a chance at dropping a golden key. This crossbow, we definitely want to grab. We can both use it, and it is 2 additional weapon damage, 1 fizz power. That is a very, very good crossbow, actually. And basically, you want to fill up your inventory with good gear items. Don't fill it up with treasure. That's basically never worthwhile unless you just got to fill up a couple extra slots that you can't fit anything else in. But generally, yeah, you just want to go ahead and fill it up with good gear items. Explosive bottles are really good. We're going to put that on here because we can use that to block off doorways if someone's chasing us. Really helpful. That arming sword would be good if I didn't have the spear perk on because it is usable by Ranger. We're going to kill this guy just in case I need some more room to run around. And the shelves over here all have a really high chance of jewelry, which jewelry is worth a ton at a high roller. You can get like purple jewelries, which will be worth a lot. I see a ring over there. We want to grab this hunting trap. I think that's a ring at least. Yeah, ring of finesse. It's just a green one. Not anything crazy, but that's kind of why we're coming over here in the first place, is to check for jewelry. I don't know why he pathed like that, but okay. I think it's because there's the exit to the other room I was talking about comes out over there. And you can see, this is a gray spear. Like, this character is not crazy kitted or anything, and I'm not having any struggles with PvE. PvE is made easy by the spear, so I highly recommend it. This has move speed bonus. You always want to grab the move speed bonus items because they're just blatantly very good. These guys are pretty much the same, except this one gives me resourcefulness instead of magic resistance, which I would prefer. Because it helps me get away from my enemies sometimes. Magical damage, so... Actually, I think that's an upgrade for us, though. Shift plus right-click to drop an item, and right-click to instantaneously equip. That's another thing, too, that people don't get. If you get just slightly better at using your inventory and stuff like that, you will get so much better at this game overall. We're going to drop a hunting trap here, and we'd rather go with these green ones. That's pretty good to have a couple green hunting traps. We will grab the green goblet just in case we end up needing to leave early or something like that. We're going to go check this room over here as well, which will have a couple skeletons. Or at least one, I think. And then we are going to want to drag the Wraith in the next room over. Nothing good. These skeleton corpses can have good stuff on them, so do check them. Nothing good. What I really like about Ranger is the fast, regular interact speed. That makes a big difference. We don't actually need more arrows. We got 3 stacks. We are plenty on that. No more jewelry. We would like more jewelry. Ooh. Yeah, let's just drop our current recurve, because once again, it's not really worth much. That's a 1 true magic damage shadow mask. That will actually go for about, I think it's like 100 gold. So, this is another aspect. And don't expect yourselves to, like, understand how much everything is worth right off the bat. But the more you play and the more you do this, the better you're going to understand how much items are worth. And this is a good time to actually use the recurve bow. We want to drag him a little bit closer. And your melee's DPS is going to be higher than your bows because a lot of enemies have projectile damage reduction and they're actually vulnerable to physical damage. So you just want to go ahead and stab them. It's a little bit different if you're killing players. But for now, we just want to stab this guy. And this is another mini boss, so he can drop good stuff. Not as good as Skeleton Champions, though, because no gold keys. There we go. And like I said before, the bows do have like a clip in them, so that's why there was nothing to reload there. I don't think either of those are very good, so we're not too worried about it. That's a lion's head chest up there. If it was a gold chest, I'd go for it, but I only have 2 lockpicks, and I bet I'll end up using quite a few lockpicks this run. And if you're going to upgrade one item before you go in each time, I would recommend buying a better spear. Even just like a green spear will do a lot more damage and can help you speed up on clearing a lot. Does that mean I would do that though? No, generally I just run with Squire kit plus lockpicks and I don't worry about it too much. And you don't even need these extra like health pots I've got, but if you are newer to this method, I would highly recommend it. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a bad time. We got a nightmare skeleton here. Nightmare skeletons have an extra attack, so we want to be careful around them. And what we can generally do is just go ahead, get out of their range, and miss them completely with our arrows. And let's just triple shot this guy. And now he's dead. because they have an extra attack, and that's a Zweihander one. What he has is an attack that scrapes along the ground as well that you have to watch out for. And generally, I would say you're just better off not fighting the nightmare mobs if you have a way to cheese them. It is good to learn them because that's just blatantly helpful. This guy is really, really expensive. 1 true physical damage riveted gloves. I think that's like 300 or 400 gold right there. So like a whole normals run just in that one item. Although that's just blatantly lucky, to say the least. Someone spawned here, and they went ahead and took out that mummy. They went west. So what we want to do is we want to run the other direction. This is, what we're doing gets called ratting. So we do not want to engage in PvP with anybody. And kind of the fun of it you can think of is getting away from people, because we're not geared enough that we're going to actually win all that many fights. We just want to avoid if possible. Now, if someone pushes us hard, we do what we got to do. But until then, let's just avoid. We're almost to the time where the hell stairs open up as well. So I am just going to spend a little bit more time in here. Normally, you can just clear out this one room. And because the bookshelf generally is actually there, and the book you can interact with, instead of being bugged, it's normally right here, then you can go ahead and clear out this room until the hell stairs open, which they open at 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. I'm just trying to find something extra to loot without getting too far out of the way, because I'm already really close to my staircase of choice. Ah, this guy works. If you care about season rewards, by the way, this works really well for that, this whole method. And you can see he has a second attack there, so he's not just like a normal skeleton, but still really easy to avoid. Okay, I just did that. All right. We're going to say that happened. It did happen, and I said not to forget it earlier, and I forgot it. That's why you bring the extra health pots. I really should have just gone over to this health shrine, though. I can't believe I made that mistake. Learn from my mistakes. Kind of nice having an upgraded bow I just found off of an enemy. That does not always happen, by the way. Don't expect it to happen every round. But hey, there's another, like, upgraded bow, a green longbow, right? Ornate chests you definitely want to loot because they can have good jewelry in them. They don't always, but they have a chance to. And the larger ornate chests are the ones I prefer, but they're both very, very good. You definitely want to loot ornate chests. They're equivalent to, like, a lion's head chest or that sort of thing, but just with fewer items in them. Invis pot isn't high tier. By the way, invis pots are very good for this method if you're on a character that can actually use invis pots. I don't think you can as Ranger because you have a knowledge requirement you have to pass. Also, that guy wasn't damaged by another player as you might think he was. He was probably walking around on the spike traps, so we don't actually have to be worried or anything. No big deal. I heard the red staircase opening. So we want to get over to that. Make certain not to forget your torches, by the way. Torches are very necessary on crypts, whereas on goblin caves, they're not nearly as necessary. That is another nightmare skeleton. This one's issue is you got to make certain not to hit him in the shield, which actually is kind of hard to do with the spear because the whole length of the spear actually counts as like a damaging area. So careful when you're attacking with the spear on the shield skeletons, okay? I just real quick left-clicked it into left-clicking again there. That way I could do the initial attack twice. Worked out fine. Also, you might want to bring a gold coin pouch. I generally don't, but I would be wise to do so. I just generally don't out of habit. Gems are generally worth more per slot than bangles are, so we're grabbing those. And treasures are fine for filling in the extra slots. Generally what I do when I get down into Inferno is I immediately press G to rest, and if I'm down some health, then I will start to regenerate it, and that is helpful. Okay. Decent spawn, decent spawn. We kind of want to push on this guy, that way he doesn't get his poison clouds too up in our face. You want to always go around behind their back when I do that with these ones. He has a nightmare variant, by the way. You don't really need to do that with the other variants. And you're already seeing, hey, we're getting some decently high tier loot out of them. And from this spawn, I want to go up to the northeast because there is some high tier chest spawns there. And that's annoying. I don't want to come too close to the centaur spawn here though, so I'm being careful. That hurt. Whew. Demon bats are really obnoxious because when they hit you, they slow you down, and so they can be very, very dangerous, and they can knock you into other mobs. Luckily, we are just fine, though. Next one. Oh, we killed him quick. Lucky. I got a lot of headshots there versus... their wings can really easily defend them from a lot of attacks, meaning they only take half damage rather than 1.5 times if you're hitting them in the head. And now we can cheese the centaur. Centaurs have really good drops, so you want to kill them. And let's go ahead and... Oh, that bug's still in the game. That's pretty cool. You can see it just ate my triple shot there. I don't know how they haven't fixed that yet. This is one of those parts where you would really like a spear upgrade. These guys have so much health. Luckily, they're very easy to cheese, but they have a ton of health. We're going to go real quick, drink a potion of healing, so we're still healing during all this. Yeah, and very easy to cheese, as you can see. Oh, we got a centaur hoof there. That's going to make some of you guys in the comments very angry. Centaur hoofs are necessary for a quest, and so that's why it might make some people in the comments angry that have been farming that forever. However, I do this method enough that, frankly, I don't have any issues having enough of that, so... We can cheese this guy the same way as well. And this is big, guys. A lot of people get very angry. They're like, you're not supposed to cheese the mobs. That's not cool. You won't clear the mobs fast enough if you're not cheesing them. Cheese the mobs. What is wrong with this thing? Oh, cool, buddy. And the poisons from them stick around for what feels like forever as well. We're going to go ahead and grab these pants. They're not actually better for us, but they're probably worth more, which is another big aspect of this method. You want to grab gear that is worth more. That's important for how much money you get out of each of these runs. I almost stepped on that. Cool, and now we got a gold chest here. This is going to be nice. I think we'd prefer these. Survival bows are generally worth quite a bit per slot, but sadly it doesn't have extra weapon damage. That's generally the roll we want. 21 luck. By the way, luck is not helpful in High Roller Inferno other than if you kill the boss. So I'd recommend that you do not try and like bring luck pots or anything like that. Okay. Let me just go back here. I don't particularly care enough to kill that mimic. It's not worth the time as far as I see it. Green potion of protection, that's like 80 gold right there. So we definitely want to grab that. Especially for a one-slot item, that's really, really good. I don't know why it does that with the arrows as well. It's very annoying. Ooh! There we go. Ah, I gotta rearrange some stuff here. This is just a normal one. And he hit me. So what you want to do is generally go back into the left. I kind of got caught just a tad on the wall there, so that didn't work out too well for me. But that's why we have these health pots, right? Everyone is going to make mistakes. It's perfectly fine. Just go ahead, heal up afterwards. You will be A-okay. And these guys have max health bonus and true physical damage on a purple. Whew. Those are nice. Hope I hit the second hellhound there. Doesn't look like it did. That's all right. Could you not? We're just gonna hit this guy in the body. If you hit them in the... Wow, that counts as a collar hit. And so does that one. If you hit them in the collar, I was trying to say, it will damage you. And we hit him in the head there. That worked. You always want to loot the demon dogs as well. Wow, we got a dog collar as well. I don't think that's actually worthwhile for me to grab. I will grab it over the dashing boots. And then let's see the zombie. Nothing good. We are really sipping down the health pots, but that is perfectly fine. Let's reload first. You gotta be kidding me. The skeleton wizard ended up casting a bubble on him there. That's not what I wanted to loot. Spellbooks can oftentimes be worth money, not in that case. We're gonna go ahead, take this guy. And then what we want to do is clear out the path upward. And you can see there's portals spawning up there, which is good. I'm just barely missing this guy. Okay, finally got rid of him. And these nightmare bats have a good chance to drop very high-tier jewelry, so we definitely want to kill them. We also want to kill that wizard if possible. Okay, that's very dangerous. That's actually a good learning opportunity for you guys. That is a nightmare axeman. Those are the bane of your existence. Play very carefully around them. You can kite them till the end of their life. That is doable. They do a lot of damage. They're very hard to kite. They can be kited. They're just very hard to do so. And they're not the easiest to cheese ever. I don't think he's gonna have anything good. Nah, nothing good. That's cool. We need to kill off these archers ASAP, because they will block our teleporter, which is what we need. Where's the mage here? He's down, so that's good. We can take that pendant. It's probably not worth all that much. Not a good pendant either. Okay, there we go. We got a cloak. That's kind of cool. It's got additional physical damage on it. Man. Where the fuck is the lever? We are wanting to go up at this point. I can't headshot this guy annoyingly. Open this guy, and then we're going to open up the portal behind me. Out we go. I think we had about 10 seconds left on that round. You also want to really break barrels anytime you can. And that's it. That's the round. Okay, let's see how much this stuff is worth. I don't know how much a centaur hoof is worth, but I wanted to grab it just because it's a quest item. Not worth very much. Like, I'll show you guys. I literally have 2 of them already, but these things are very rare and they're needed for a high tier quest. So we definitely want to grab those. And then how about the dog collar? I didn't know if that was worth grabbing, but I also know it is quite rare. 65, not really worth grabbing. Doesn't seem to be used for all that much. Let's go ahead and see what the collector takes for it. 38, it's very close to what I'd sell it on the market for. Let's go ahead and sell it. So don't grab that guy. That guy's pretty rare though, and you get better at this the more you do it. Let's go ahead and check riveted gloves. And let's check how much an epic is. 200 already. And then what you want to do is check true physical damage because it has that on it. 744 gold. See, this is what I'm talking about. Let's check with max health bonus. And these haven't actually been listed for all that long. Like you can see, this guy has been listed for like 6 hours, which for a high tier item ain't all that bad. We're going to list ours for $8.99 though, because we don't want it taking too long to sell. It's pretty much equivalent item. So yeah, that's worth quite a bit of money to say the least. And then let's real quick sell the collectibles we had. I should have gotten rid of this goblet. And you can also get rid of arrows at the end there. I should have been doing that. But you get better at the character you're playing too. So let's go ahead and sell this recurve bow with +1 weapon damage and max health. 50. How about with max health? Yeah, it goes for more like 80. Okay, I'm actually going to keep that for myself for later. And then we want to see how much a survival bow is worth. Generally, you want these to have additional weapon damage on them. 50. Not anything crazy. I might just sell that one to the shop. 18, who cares? Now, this guy is a little bit better. Crossbows sell for a little bit more because they're more slots. And then we got this and physical power at the same time. And how much was it? 2 additional weapon damage, 1 physical power. So there's our guy, 290. Not doing too shabby. How much is a shadow mask worth with 1 true? I haven't bought a shadow mask in a long, long time. I generally don't run those. True magical damage is woo, 250 gold, worth way more than I thought. And then we got a tattered cloak with 1 additional. That is not the best possible roll on it, but it is a very good possible roll on it. You want true physical damage on them, ideally. So with the physical damage, it's worth 250. Without, it's like 180. That's quite good. We'll sell it for 248. And then we just have a regular blue rapier and a regular blue castellan. 76. Looks like people use these even if they're doing like their dagger stuff for PvE. And then castellan might be used by Slayer fighters. Not really. We completed this quest, so might as well turn that in. That way you have your next quest going. We'll just stash this stuff for now. We also want to look at this guy. And then I believe this guy as well. This guy will also take off. And then I am going to take the rest of this off as well. Let's go ahead and see how much these riveted gloves are worth and the leather chausses, and then that'll get us our run. Riveted gloves are 1 true physical damage, and they're rares. I think they'll be worth quite a bit the same way as our epics were. 300, that's not too shabby. And what you generally want to do is break a bunch of barrels and just check for a bunch of blues with good rolls, and you'll get places. 40. Ah, I missed it. 138 is what this guy goes for. That's pretty good. And the rest of this stuff, we will just go ahead and throw in the stash. We'll sell the Ring of Finesse as well. 50, hey. I'll take it. And you can already see some items are selling. And so made, what, a little over 2,000 gold from that run? Not doing too bad. And then what we do here is we go right back to the Squire. We just hit equip, and it gives us some new gear. And then you want to make certain, hey, I've got more health pots. I'm buying 4 there just because, hey, you know, you make some mess ups. It happens. And then also make certain you go back to the weaponsmith and that you craft more lockpicks. Lockpicks really do impact the amount of money you're making by a lot. Next up, I'll show you guys how to do the same thing, but on Warlock. First things first, you want to come over here to Perks and Skill. You want Torture Mastery, Vampirism, Curse Mastery, and then Malice I actually wouldn't use. I would use Shadow Touch instead. Malice helps you clear the mobs faster. Shadow Touch heals you from attacking mobs with melee, so you spend less time healing. And yeah, this is a Torture Mastery build, so we're over here, we're running Curse of Pain, Hellfire, Power, Sacrifice, Flame Walker, and Bolt of Darkness. These 2 are our damage dealers, these 2 are our healers, and this one's for dragging. And we're going to go over to Squire and change our kit a little bit. This guy has 2 knowledge on it, but we don't actually need that, and move speed is very important. So we're actually going to use an Adventurer Tunic, and you can also see I'm using Lightfoot Boots instead of Occultist Boots. Now, you might go over to your Squire and go, wait, this is way more gear than I've got. That is because I've done a ton of quests on my Warlock. I'm like level 130. And we are just going to go in with base kit plus lockpicks. So let's go ahead, grab some lockpicks. We've got that. And I don't even need health pots or anything. I am just good to go. And quick look over my gear: Lightfoot Boots, Leather Chausses, Adventurer Tunic, Rawhide Gloves, Occultist Hood for extra magical healing, Spellbook, and Bardiche. I like the Bardiche. I don't think it's the best PvP weapon for Warlock. That's probably Chris Dagger. But this guy is quite good for outranging PvE and clearing it quickly. And our goal is to just avoid players as much as possible. We also have Phantomize on, and then, of course, our spells. Phantomize allows you to run away from people and mobs as necessary. And so Warlock is definitely the best character for this. All right, we're in. Showing off the power with Bardiche there. One shot in that guy. I generally like to Curse of Pain things if they're close enough to drag them. that was a fail. And we killed that guy, and now I know we messed up there. I know we got hit by that, but it ends up being a great teaching moment because I can show you guys just why Shadow Touch is good using these spiders. Now, see, I'm slapping them, and I'm getting all my health back. Man, I love spiders. And then we'll go in this room. This room actually has quite good loot because it has a bunch of mummy spawns, which gives you chance for jewelry. We'll just go ahead and heal real quick off of this, which also gives you more AP if you care about farming AP. We'll turn this torch on because I don't like it being off. And torches can just spawn randomly off. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a rogue. We got a blue falchion. We'll take that guy. And a blue surgical kit. That's already like 250 gold. We'll drop the broken skull despite me needing it on one of my other characters for a quest. But we're honestly not too worried about this. This is a high roller run. We'll worry about that on a normals run. And then I'm going to phantomize here to move a little bit faster. And we're just trying to drag all these mobs here. Next up, we do Flamewalker. And now we hit them all with our Bardiche. This nightmare one does not want to go down. And we are good. Cool, an amulet's always good. 1 additional magic damage on that Ring of Finesse, that's quite helpful to us. 2 strength, not good rolls on that, but it is a Ring of Courage. Once again, we got a Ring of Courage there, and that one had Armor Pen, which makes it worth something. And yeah, this is a big thing in Crypts. You just kind of want to rush the areas where there's a lot of enemies that drop jewelry, because frankly, jewelry is just that good. That valuable for the inventory spots. That guy's worth grabbing. Let's check that rapier, of course. It's not shabby. I mean, we're getting like 20 gold per slot out of it. I think that's worth grabbing. We might drop it later. If it had additional weapon damage, it'd be even better. Green pickaxe. Here's what you can do with that. Just throw it on your slot right there so it doesn't take up too much inventory space, and pull the bandage off. We got more lockpicks. That's always a really good find. Nothing good there. Yeah, those guys all aren't worth grabbing. Once again, we're looking for things with good rolls on them. Good rolls is what we want. And we definitely want that potion of protection. A blue one? Oh, yeah. And we're just gonna... I wasn't trying to hit the ground there. Okay. I don't think rogues care that much about additional magic damage. I'm not certain, though. Another good way to learn what items are valuable for each character is to level each character to level 20, play them, and then see what items you end up wanting and end up buying when you kit them. Honestly, that's the best way to learn it, although I understand it takes a while. Ooh. Wait. This is double move speed on some boots that are already quite high move speed. They're the agility boots. They're not as good as Lightfoots, but I think that might be like a very high gold item. I'm not 100% certain, but I could easily see that being at least a couple hundred, might be more. If you get double move speed rolls on Lightfoots, it can be like well over 1,000 gold if the rolls are high enough. Please. I can't see anything. That's just not a fun time. We got a nightmare skeleton here. Wow, okay. The spider blocked me in there. Okay, we have him stopped. Let's just go ahead and take this health shrine. Yeah, the spider blocked me there. And this is kind of why every Warlock player loves Warlock, is you get health back for attacking things, you get health back for just doing normal things, and so mistakes just do not get punished the same way they do on normal characters. You don't need to bring as many health pots, all that sort of stuff. I think that really encapsulates like the whole reason people hate Warlock too. And I get that. Although Warlock is not nearly as good in PvP as he used to be, where he was kind of just dominating in PvP as well, where he's also super good at PvE. That was kind of stupid. Bam. This room I'm right next to, in the middle there, actually has really good loot. But I'd recommend you don't go in there and loot it, because every time I do so, I get attacked by players, like every single time. And there's just certain areas that are like that, that they're kind of high traffic, and you get attacked by players every time you go. Cool, we got speed shrine here. And this is solos, by the way. You used to have to do this on trios if you wanted to run crypts. But yeah, we're just running solos, so I'm not too worried about other players coming up and beating me up too bad. I mean, I just phantomize away from them, worst case scenario, right? I really expected this guy to die. I think he must have lived with like barely any HP left. And there goes that. Here's another little trick for you. You can go ahead and hellfire all the boxes. That's an invis pot. Those are kind of nice to have. Nothing good there. Kind of want to get out of here though before I get jumped by people, because this area is high traffic. I might have broken this on accident earlier with my hellfire. I think I did. Also, keep in mind, if you have a shrine on, you do glow in the dark. Here's another little trick for you. Take your potions off when you go into dark areas like this. If you know the areas really well, like better than other players, you can kind of just walk on through, and I'm pretty much invisible to other people right now. Also, the maze is really your bread and butter as a rat. Don't neglect it. We got a fox pendant. That's, 6 max health as well. That's really up our alley. Gem necklace, blue bandage. Also, meds and all that stuff in higher tiers are worth a lot, and people don't seem to understand that. That studded leather is pretty good. I don't think people buy those. We're going to check it afterwards, but I'm not going to grab it. I don't think it's worth anything. I'm going to go with my gut instinct, but I do want to check afterwards in case it is worth anything, so I can know for the future. True magic damage on that chaperone, but no one really uses chaperones. Or whatever those are called. Chaperons. Grab our torch back. Also, you can grab your torch off that and quickly run to get inside of that room, and there is a lever to open it up from the inside. It's a really good place to hide in. I don't know why I'm carrying that. That was not worth grabbing. Neither was that. Neither was that. Clean out the trash. We're kind of just waiting for this guy to open now. It's getting close. I believe the bugs start coming out at like 4:30, and then that's just a straight upgrade for us. The bugs start coming out at like 4:30 on the timer, and we need to get down in the stairs at like 2:30, I want to say. Rawhide gloves, I believe greens go for like 75 gold, so I am grabbing those, but they're definitely on the hit list for dropping later. Actually, I just shouldn't grab them. Sadly, no true physical damage on those guys, or weapon damage, or I should say additional physical damage, otherwise I would definitely grab. These guys have a good chance of dropping jewelry, so we definitely want to kill this guy. Alright. This room is also kind of just like your lair as a warlock, because there's all these zombies beneath. So that means you have all these things to heal off of. And normally you just don't. Okay, our extract is open now. We're gonna go that way. Looking good there. And I like to go in immediately because sometimes it can help you out with how many players are left in the lobby. If you just go in immediately and it puts you in the next lobby, then there's no one down in Inferno. But there might be people down in Inferno this time. Okay, so this is a bit of an odd spawn, but also just purely cheesable because Warlock can cheese everything. So I'm actually going to want to go in that room to the left, and that is a nightmare spider. Okay, cool. I kind of want you guys to understand how to clear these just in case you need to, because it will happen. You got to run up to them and jump on top of the pot or a nearby pot, and you have to hit them 3 times, or I guess only 2 with the impact power of the Bardiche. And these things, I think, have 150 health, which is a ton for a creep spawn. Cool. Just a shield guy. Kind of hard to hit him there. All right, buddy. And he's down. And you can open up all these doors. They all pretty much have like a chest behind them or something like that. I generally don't like to, though, because I just don't find it worthwhile. Ah, that's a... I think I'm definitely keeping blue rawhide gloves in my inventory. I think those are worth a decent amount. It's just so much extra knowledge. I think that guy's worth much. I think that guy's worth much. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and show you guys what you get out of barrels as well. You want to break these guys pretty much every time you come across them. And there's a reason for that. They have a fairly high chance of giving you a purple, actually. And then you can see, like, blue gloves of utility. Anything good? No. And so what you do is you just break a whole bunch of them. And if you do that, then you get a bunch of different rolls. Or blue throwing knives. We will keep those because those work for the weapon turn-in. Let's hit this guy. That is a spearman. We do not want to drag him. We're getting unlucky on the items it's dropping and such, but that's okay. That's why you just roll it a whole bunch. Okay, we're going to pick lock on this door. I know that seems like kind of an odd decision. Wow, I completely did not expect that. I don't know why I didn't expect that with pick locking the darn door. Wow. And there's an archer spawn behind me, so I gotta be careful of that. I think he's dead. And the fire from those guys lasts for quite a while, but nightmare mages have really good chance of dropping good stuff. And there's 2 lion head chest spawns in this room, if I remember correctly. I also have to kill the spider mummy pot. Yeah, just go ahead and bake yourself to death. It's okay, buddy. See how long this lasts? It's annoying. more than anything. Gold chest. Okay, cool. I really should not have let my lockpick back there lapse. I just completely forgot that that's a thing with doors. I don't know how I possibly forgot that, but okay. Oh, we get a purple bangle out of there. Blue potion of healing, that's worth grabbing. Nice, this lion's head chest is open, that's important. Got additional magic damage and memory capacity bonus. I think we want to grab that. It is a purple as well, so we want to grab that. Additional move speed, definitely want to grab that. Purple ancient scroll, that's 250. And we'll grab this guy as well. I don't think we'll end up keeping it. Nice, okay. I'm gonna grab that. Okay, and neither of those guys have like additional move speed or anything on them, so we're not too worried about it. I think there is an archer spawn back there, so I'm not going to mess with that. And we don't want to mess with a nightmare spearman spawn because, frankly, they just do a lot of damage. They move fast. They're hard to cheese. And so this place is really easy to cheese. I say as I Vault of Darkness the wall twice now. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and do that. I think this does hurt me a little bit. Looks like it didn't that time. And you can hit their head through the wall if they're peeking through like that. They don't always, though, so keep that in mind. Armor pen on that Chris dagger. We want to grab that. Oh, it looks like I hit these guys with some hellfire. We want to be careful not to aggro that spearman. These are mummies, though. These drop some good stuff. Exquisite ruby, that's like equivalent to a purple bangle, so like 30 gold. Same with that guy, interesting. Really just want these archers dead. These guys are menaces in this room. He's gonna go down in just a second. Nice. That is a Nightmare Axeman. As I said before, try your best to just cheese these guys. They're not worth fighting the normal way. And I know they can be fought the normal way. I will explain it to you. You circle around them either on the left or right, and you crouch and look down either on the left or right. They attack so quickly that you can't get many hits in otherwise while doing that, especially if you're using a slower attack weapon. It's just very dangerous. I highly recommend you cheese them. Anytime you are able, cheese them. This is the Wraith. Wraith, once again, has good loot, and they have better loot on Inferno than they do on Crypts, even though they are the same difficulty. This isn't like a Nightmare variant or anything. They only have normal and elite. I'm just making certain my Hellfire gets all its hits off before I send another one. And I will do a lot of damage to myself here, just killing this guy with Hellfires. He should die in like 1 or 2 more, I think. Looking like 3. Yeah, he had barely any health left. Ritual roam. These guys aren't that hard to kill, honestly, either of those, but they'll go down pretty quick just cheesing them. If the second one didn't die, we'll just melee him. Now he's dead. Nothing good. You gotta be careful of the crossbowmen. They can pretty much one-shot you. That's how much damage they do. How are you not dead, buddy? Him. Gotta keep an eye out for that berserker behind me. I'm going to open up this portal just in case. We do have a... There was a 4 stack of gold in my inventory, so we gotta do that, of course. That guy's picklock. This guy's better, though. Not a bad fox pendant. Not a bad kettle hat either, but I don't think it's worth me taking. We want to put this guy on and that guy. I think that's all we can do here. That guy has magical healing on it and everything. We definitely want that guy. If you want to kill the Demon Berserker, which I would recommend because it gives quite a bit of good loot, what you generally want to do is kill off the archer down there, get on top of the res shrine because that's a very good cheese spot for him. I want to back up in the portal. There is also another room down below here that has very good loot in it, but I don't think I have enough time to clear all of that. I think I'm better off clearing the Demon Berserker because I don't have lockpicks. He's coming my way. Okay, lion's head chest works here as well. I didn't know that. Did you die already? Okay. Oh, yeah. We want those guys. Let's go ahead and take this guy. And then we do have a pickaxe. We could also mine that ruby silver. We don't have much time left, though. I'm just going to go ahead and loot these chests and call it a day. There's a pretty good set of gloves. Nothing that would get me an insane amount of gold, though. Give me that. And we're out. It's that simple, guys. See, I got 1100 AP there with minus 450. See, it works pretty well for AP, too. Cool, we got this quest done as well. Hey, that's the one with the centaur hoof. Let's turn that guy in. And we got to kill some demon berserkers and demon centaurs, and then that guy's done. Oh, this gives good rewards. Nice. Hey, shows what I know. Okay, let's go ahead and sell these guys off. $300 47, and I forgot to sell these. That's an extra 44. And we have lots and lots to sell this time. Let's give it a shot. Looking like 185? Yeah. That's not too bad for a 4-slot item. And then I think these two are our items that really stood out. So the Adventurer Boots, I don't think are going to be worth as much, but they are used very often by bards. 150, not too shabby. I was kind of hoping for more, but not too shabby. We got additional move speed on these and move speed bonus. Okay, yeah, there we go. 1100 gold item. I'm not actually all that surprised that it's an 1100 gold item. Oh, wait, it's worth more. Aren't these an exact copy? Yeah, exact copy. How long have those been up? 6 days. Those have been up for 2.5 hours. 1700 gold. That's what we want. 1776. And that makes the whole run right there. And that was just off of regular crypts. We didn't even get that in Inferno. Every once in a while, though, you pull a purple out of Inferno that's worth so much money. I don't even know where I got this necklace apiece from, but apparently I did. Epic necklace apiece. Does buff duration bonus still sell for extra? It does. 319. This rapier has max health on it, so it might be worth something. Nah, it doesn't really change it much. Rogues do not care, apparently. This one has armor pen, though. 65 without, 70 with. Also doesn't make much of a difference. Sad. Scam game. Sad. Not worth all that much, but hey, we'll get what we can out of it. Crystal sword. I don't think this guy's going to be worth all that much. It was just kind of a last-second grab. Hey, 80 gold. Not too shabby. Physical damage bonus do anything here? Not really. Let's look at this for a second. Surgical kit, 120. I could have put that on my bar here. That would have been smarter for inventory space. Max health bonus matter on this guy? A little bit. Not too much, though. Pretty good for a 1-slotter still. Does anyone care about luck on these? That they do. Luck items I consider not all that good, but people still want them very badly, so let them have what they want. I'll sell it to them. This guy has armor pen, might sell for something. 170. See, makes a big difference. Armor pen's pretty darn good if you kit for it right, so that makes sense. And then also, we swapped out a ton of our item slots that round, which is really good. That Oracle Robe might not look all that good on the surface, but 3 magical healing, and it's up to 240. A lot of these items are going to take longer to sell, by the way, so you might want to go ahead and swap over to other characters in the meantime. Let's go ahead and see what these rawhide gloves are worth. I believe they're rares. 100 gold. They have agility on them. They're going to be worth more than that. Oh, yeah. Let's see how far it goes. They've got 2 agility. Oh, wait. Let's go back. 200. And those just got listed, so this will sell just fine. I don't think these dark leather leggings are going to be worth all that much, but they're probably worth more than my default ones were. Actually, I don't think they are. I don't think they are, even though they're purples. No, those have been up for a while. Haven't been up for a while, I should say. So I guess the dark leather ones are better. But let's go ahead. I got to show you guys as well. Leather chosses, how much they are worth. And these are just commons. 72 gold. Like, I just, for getting out, I get that much money. Or how about my occultist hood? 72 gold. Like, hard to find a better item for that slot than that. And we got some more items we could sell, like the pickaxe, the campfire kit. We got some bandages. It's hard to even sell everything after one of the runs. Let's real quick swap back to our ranger and see what has sold already. pretty much everything. And I just did that even though I had thought about it. Okay. I was like, nah, it should be fine. There's enough gold purses in there. Yeah, so this makes pretty darn consistent money. I don't really see why you would do much of anything else. I'm just going to buy some more gold coin purses here and collect all that. And then we'll go back, see if anything else is sold, and might call it a day if nothing else is sold. So yeah, I'd recommend you have at least 2 characters you go between for this, just because there's such an amount of time it takes for items to sell. Or have like a whole stash set apart for putting items in that you want to sell from runs like this. And then just sell them slowly over time, like while you're on your work day or whatever. We sold a couple items. What was on this? Additional magical damage? That's 100 gold right there. You can already see how much better the run was on Warlock, and that was partially just luck, but it's also, you just clear faster as Warlock. This guy doesn't have anything going for it, so we'll just sell it at the minimum. Does a fox pendant that is green with a top tier max health roll go for anything? Probably does. I'm seeing like 160. Let's put it for 149. Yeah, see, we're just sitting pretty after all that. We checked this guy earlier. We'll go ahead, we'll set him for 69. And then I like to keep all the bandages and stuff because I do end up using them eventually, and it's not worth it just selling them and then buying them back later from someone else. But yeah, and then we put this in our shared stash for turn in later, and I don't think we got a different spellbook. We'll put this guy away, this guy away, this guy away. Definitely that guy away. I might end up selling that guy. And yeah, pretty much everything was sellable, and we'll put that guy in so we can sell it later. And bam, that's it, guys. And that's how you make gold in this game. You do that for a couple hours, you're going to be able to buy an artifact weapon. It's that simple. All right, anyways, though, guys, if you guys liked this video, please subscribe for more. I would really appreciate it. All right, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.